Hello, beautifuls. I hope you can hear me over the weed whacking in the background, but trash trucks going by. Oh boy. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about shame. It's a really tough subject and one that we need to speak about as a collective. So if you are suffering with any type of pain, right? This can be mental pain, emotional pain, physical pain, spiritual pain. One of the things that keeps us from seeking help is that we have guilt, we have shame around things that we have done in our past, and those things keep us stuck in a place where we can't move forward because we think we can never do any better. This is how the cycle of rumination begins, where our self-worth and our self-love starts to drastically deplete. And what I'm here to share with you today is that you don't deserve to be stuck in that place where you were, where you probably think that you did something that's so horrendous that it's unforgivable, when really there are millions of people who have also made the same mistakes, if not worse, in your mind. And if you open up about it, if you share it with just even one trusted person who you know will not judge you, it will start that journey towards letting yourself be free from the prison that you're enslaved in. So I've made many mistakes in my life. I have fucked up left and right. I fuck up every day something. We are not perfect, and we are not striving for perfection. We are spiritual beings. We are having a human experience. We came to this earth to find out all of the different facets of life on this planet. And I would just like to let anyone know, whoever beats themselves up, who holds themselves to the highest standard that they hold anyone to, and you feel like you can never reach that standard, you can never measure up to the standards that you're setting for yourself because you're holding yourself back, because you don't think that you're worth it because of the things that you've done in your past. I want you to know that there definitely, without a doubt, 1,000%, there are not just one, but millions of people who have done the same things or worse in your mind, right? There's no real levels of badness or goodness even. We are all just experiencing, we are learning from what we experience, and we are doing the best we can with what we have. So a good telltale sign is if you continuously blame others for your own pain. I am the biggest perpetrator of blaming others. I experienced extreme emotional, verbal, mental, psychological, spiritual abuse my entire life. And I spent a lot of time in that blame victim mode, and it never got me anywhere. That specific blaming mentality. And what began to happen is that I started repeating those patterns. I became the abuser because I didn't resolve how I felt. So then I started acting. Children learn what they live. I started doing what my abuser did to me, to others. I abused my husband. Words. I even got physical with my husband. And this is just like kind of the tip of the iceberg, and I didn't even see it then at the time. And this is now like 20 years later. Maybe not that much, but maybe 10 or 15 years later. I just want to express that it's okay. You know, whatever you feel that you've done that was unforgivable, it's not unforgivable. You are forgiven. If you can get yourself to a point where you can find a connection with someone that you can share the things that are really weighing on your heart, you will be forgiven. You will see that other people don't even think it's a big deal, right? The things that you've done. Because we've all done horrible things. We're human beings. But keeping yourself trapped in that, I don't deserve it, I can never, make up for this. These are the things that cause us to commit horrible acts like suicide, or harming or hurting or screaming or abusing someone else. And I'm saying this message today to make it okay for you as the abuser, as the perpetrator, to get the help that you need, because you are suffering the most. Yes, you might be continuously hurting others and acting out because of how much hurt you have inside. But really, it's your pain that's the deepest seated, especially if you haven't shared it with anyone. And it's okay if you haven't felt that you could share it with anyone because of how embarrassed and ashamed you are of it. I know that feeling very, very well. There are things that I have done that I am only able to tell one person. But in telling that person, it frees you. It takes it literally off of your shoulders where it does not belong, and it just lets it go. Yes, you can only share these things with someone who is consenting. We are all adults, and in order to have a healthy exchange, you need to, you can't just blurt it out to someone or throw it at somebody. You need to have a consensual, mutual exchange where they agree. Yes, I can take it, let me hold it for you. Trained professionals are wonderful at this. There is an entire network, a fellowship, of community within AA and all of the 12-step programs, not just AA, but every type of addiction you can possibly have. There are groups for you. Whatever the addiction is that you've used to try to fill that hole in yourself that's there because you don't feel like you could ever get love or deserve love or forgiveness. There are people in the world. Trust me, if you need to reach out to someone, please contact me so that you can get started with speaking your truth and listening. I listened to a great inspiration talk today about shutting your mouth and listening. So this is kind of the opposite of that. We need both, right? We need to hear other people's stories so that we can relate to them and we can know that we are not alone in what we have done or what we think or feel about ourselves. And we also need to share our own story so that it's not just an opening for you to then create space in your own life now that you're free of this toxic trauma, but so that you can also share with others so that they can hear what you've been through, what you've done, and they can relate and go, oh yeah, I've been there, I've done that, and way worse, right? So this is what connects us all. We are not separate. We are not divided. We have differences. We have unique attributes, but we are all the same. And you deserve to be able to share your story, to listen to other people's stories, and to start to begin to heal yourself. I don't care what you have done. It is not bad. You are not bad. You made a mistake. No matter what it is, literally anything that you have done that you're holding against yourself that you feel is terrible and unforgivable, it isn't. You are forgiven. I forgive you. The whole universe forgives you. You need to accept that forgiveness for yourself in order to step into your own healing, even if it's just a little bit, right? because we have, ooh, daddy, my recovery journey, I just went through the whole history of my life and all the things that I have done wrong, taking accountability for myself. And it is a long list. I ran out of 2 pens ink, okay? So, and we all have this. And if we can get honest with ourselves and share these things and put down the load, right? You were not Sisyphus. We're not meant to carry this fucking huge boulder up a mountain every single day of our lives. We're meant to put it down and go, oh, okay, all right. That feels a lot better, right? Give it to somebody else. We're all here to help you. We can all help carry it a bit. Or we can crush that boulder with some mallets, you know? There's so many other things in life that need some of that rock. We can put it towards a different project, but you don't have to hold on to these things forever. If you need support, please reach out to me. If you want just ways to be with yourself and to self-soothe because you're not ready yet, every single week, every single Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I either teach a Yoga Nidra class, which is just lying down like this in Shavasana. You just lie down the whole time for 1 hour. I recommend you do it from your bed because it's the most comfortable place, and then you can just fall asleep. It's pretty late at night if you're on the East Coast. And I guide you through a meditation that takes you through your body to then release your body because we hold so much tension in our bodies. Then I take you on a journey, and you set this intention for your journey. You create it. But I help you to step between the mind, right? The brain that rules everything, that keeps the thoughts ruminating, that keeps us in these miserable states that we can't break free from, that we're trapped in the past, in these situations that we feel so guilty for, so much shame around. And it helps you to just step outside of that for just this hour each week, to give yourself the knowing that something else exists for you, that you don't have to be in physical pain, in mental anguish, in emotional heartbreak, in spiritual, screaming into the universe, why is this happening to me? That's not your natural state. Source does not want you to be miserable. It's none of our natural states. Our natural state is just feeling good. That is enough. Just feeling good is what you are meant to be. Feeling good. That's it. That's the end goal. So with all the practices that I teach, that's my intention. Help you feel good. To know that it's possible for you, that it exists, and that you can access it. So every other week I teach a Yoga Nidra class. You just lay there. Every other week I teach a restorative yoga class, where you get into postures where, like lying down with your leg crossed over. This is like my favorite posture. I almost do it in every class. Just a supine spinal twist. Let me get this block under my leg. Opening up the heart, opening up the outside of the hip. It feels really, really good. If you can do this for yourself, even for a minute each day, when you wake up maybe, or before you go to sleep, right? Do it on the other side if you're in your bed and you have a pillow. Oh my God, it feels so good. And just breathe into your belly, not into your chest, into your low belly. This helps to give you a respite from that heart palpitation, that sweaty palm, that anxiety-inducing breath that we so frequently are stuck in. So that's just one example of a restorative posture. I guide you through maybe about 6 postures There's not a lot of movement. The movement happens in between putting you into a posture, and you are encouraged to find your own comfort, your own ease, something that just feels good for your body. They're mostly lying down either on your back or on your belly. There's a little bit of setup time in between. It's just, it feels good, right? It's stretching with conscious breath work, opening up the tight parts of the body that we're always so tight in the thighs and the chest. We're hunching over, we're working, we're texting. This gives you an opportunity to just let yourself be, but also feel really good at the end, because you've actually done something for your body. You've stretched it out, you've elongated those really tight muscles. It really helps to support you in, going all the time and working and pushing harder and harder and trying to beat back all of those horrible memories. And as I go through the class, I also speak to you about the astrology of the moon of that day. And what this does is it gives you a sense of what the collective energy is, right? We're all ruled by the moon. We're all ruled by the planets and the sun. We live in this earth that has a solar system, and the universe is always changing and shifting and having different positions. And those things impact us as human beings, right? We are 90%, 70% water in our bodies, and the moon rules the tides. It rules water, the element of water. So it affects our emotional body, how we feel, because water is the element of feeling. And people come out of these classes saying to me, how did you know that that's what I'm feeling today? It's because this is what everyone is feeling. This just further contributes to the fact that you are not alone in how you are feeling. You are not alone in feeling shame or guilt about something that you've done. Everyone has, and you're allowed to feel into those feelings and let them go. They do not serve you. This is how we process emotion. This is how we don't stay stuck and traumatized and keep re-traumatizing ourselves over and over again. It's how we move forward in life. So I hope this helped you today. And if you get nothing more from this, then here's a pranayama as well to help support you in staying in your actual physical center in presence in this very moment, right? Because our ruminating thoughts can take us to worrying about the future, that's anxiety, and then being guilted or shamed about the past, being stuck in depressive states of trauma. So we want to be able to let both of those exist as they were, where they were, and come back to what's right now, what's present. Take your hands. Grab onto your belly. Ooh, mine's all bloated today. Give it a little rub down, right? There's no shame in this game. I don't care what your belly looks like. Ain't nobody around you. Just hold it. This is me. This is my body. I am here. Whatever the shape or the flubberiness of it, just acknowledge it, right? I am here on this earth, and I have a purpose that's really meaningful. Place your palms on your belly. Your thumbs are around where your belly button is, right? Depending on, again, the shape of your body. Your fingertips are down towards your pubic bone. And really feel, press your hands into your belly. And then as you inhale, let your belly expand. Let it get ridiculously big. Almost so it's like coming through the center of that triangle that your fingers and your thumb make. And then when you exhale, try to draw your belly back. Keep your hands where they are and try to create some space back there between your belly and your hands. Inhale, fill the belly up, stick it out, exaggerate it, exhale and draw it back. And don't hold your breath anywhere. Just breathe in, fully expand as big as you can go. Exhale, draw it back. As far away from your palms as you can go, and keep going. If your belly doesn't move that much at the beginning, it's okay, right? If this is totally new to you, you might not get any motion at all. It's about practice, right? Don't judge yourself. Don't put yourself down. Just remind yourself, I am new to this. I am a beginner. I will get better by practicing. I've been practicing this for 24 years. That's why I have so much motion in my belly. And I still have trauma I'm still working through. So it's not a cure-all either. It's just a tool to help you, right? And it will bring about some change, some shift. Every time we do something new, it changes our brain chemistry. It helps to support us in our growth. And then start speeding it up. So it's not your breath only that gets faster. Your body's got to get faster too. Your belly's got to expand and contract a little bit faster. You don't have to go to the full speed right away. It's not like 0 to 60 in 1 second, right? It's make it a little faster. And then when you tire yourself out, stop. Place your hands on your lap, palms facing up, and breathe naturally again. You don't have to now expand your belly and contract it, or you can try at this slower pace if it feels right. Completely up to you. I exist. I have a right to be here. I have done nothing wrong. I am a good person. I do good deeds. I am good to myself and others, and I actively work on processing my emotions so that they do not rule me. Open your eyes whenever you're ready to come back to this space. Love yourself. Thank you for being here with me, for being on this earth, for existing. Thank you for listening. Please share and let someone else listen to you. Let them be the recipient of your story so that they can also feel like they are not alone. I love you. I'll see you soon. Also message me if you would like to join one of my Tuesday classes. They are tomorrow, if I post this today, Tuesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're $10. Sign up. Love you.